Hello, all you wonderful listeners out there. As you know, this is Katie O'Neill, your host with Society Bites Radio, and I have a special program that we're going to be recording today with the designer, creator, and the magic behind the BSWANKY handbag. It's one of the few purses you will ever purchase that is not just an investment for you. It represents a quality of life. And here to tell us about all that is my favorite guest, Gretchen Bauer, owner and founder of BSWANKY handbags. Hi, Gretchen.
Hello, Katie. Thanks for having me on again.
I am so thrilled. I have watched your career grow over the last couple of years, and it never ceases to amaze me what you managed to come up with for the designs, the charities. My God, you help so many people. It's amazing to me. You've had handbags go around the world, movie stars, high-profile politicians. But yeah, the average woman can have one of your purses too. And I know because I'm an average gal, and I've got some too.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been exciting, and I still have to pinch myself when I think of the people that can buy any handbag and they purchase a BSWANKY, and they don't just purchase a BSWANKY, they end up purchasing several.
Well, and it's not just the purse, it's the purse with a capital T and a capital P, followed by that giant B as in boy, BSWANKY. I love it. How did you come up with the name in the first place?
Oh my gosh. I was actually at my therapist's office a couple years back, and I told her that I wanted to go somewhere swanky on a date, and she said, "My gosh, that's a great name for a company." And at the time, we had a different name that was being fought by a major fashion company for trademarking rights. And I thought, I'm not going to fight. I'm going to run with this. And I thought, swanky is really a state of being. And so I came up with BSWANKY, and everyone loved it.
I think that's awesome. I can honestly say that my therapists have helped me too, but never with something that easy.
I gave her a handbag.
I bet you did. Okay, without really tattling on who has your bags, what genre might they be in?
It's interesting. They're everything from celebrities, Real Housewives, CEOs, some really major CEOs, which I love that. I love, again, that there are powerful women out there making a difference, being the difference, and they're carrying our handbags. And it's interesting because it can be a woman that dresses up and wears high heels, or a woman that is more casual, and our bags go with just about everything. So it's like you said, it ranges from people that are carrying only designer bags to women that this is their first designer bag. And that means the world to me. I had shared with you earlier that there was a woman who came back with her handbag because she needed a repair, which we stand behind our bags 100%. And she wouldn't let go of it. And I said, we'll have it back to you. She said, how soon? And I said, a week. We handcraft them ourselves. We're able to have them back quickly in the rare event that something happens. And she said, it is the most expensive handbag I've ever bought, and it's the best handbag I've ever bought, and I can't live without it. And that meant the world to me. So it's a range, the customers, and that's where we even have the price range right now, which kind of covers, it starts at a range where you're getting two bags in one. If you think about it, you've got a handbag and a backpack, and you've got a handbag that will take notice and function well. And what we've heard from women is it elevates them.
It definitely does. And I'm speaking from experience. When I walk out the door with my BSWANKY, people look and notice. And I feel like I'm on cloud nine. I'm like that woman. I've never owned a designer handbag in my life. And the day that I saw these, I knew I had an obsession. Immediately, any woman who sees these purses will become obsessed. What is it about these purses that makes us obsess?
I think it's because they're different and unique, and we use the word iconic. We've heard they are an iconic shape from a lot of men even have pointed that out, and people in the luxury area, they've said that is an iconic shaped handbag, and it's unique and it's beautiful. And so men compliment it almost as much as women. And we had a customer who came to visit us, and she said, I've only had my handbag for about 4 weeks, and my boyfriend said it's gotten to the point of being embarrassing. When we go out, we know anyone approaching us is coming up to ask about, where did I get this handbag? It's beautiful. And then, it leads to a sale. And that's what's fascinating. But the woman all of a sudden feels elevated and beautiful carrying the handbag.
I cannot tell you how many people have stopped me and asked, where did you get that bag? That is so cool. And I love it. I wear mine more like a backpack a lot more often than I do just carrying a purse. I have a bad back. It hurts me to have to carry a big, heavy purse. I don't have to worry about that with a BSWANKY. I can just throw it over my shoulders, put it on my back. My hands are free to carry anything else I need. I absolutely love that about this bag. It's utilitarian, but it's beautiful. And I'm going to let you tell us about the leathers. So tell us a little bit about this first bag that I'm looking at that has this beautiful print on it.
You're looking at the Newsy Sundance Sofita handbag, and it's a newsprint on cowhide. And it's really special because only 3 of these cowhides, to our knowledge, were created, and we purchased all 3 of them. So only 30 handbags can come out, and it's already owned by several people. We've sold many of them, and it's going into a museum up in Philadelphia, into an exhibit that is handbags that are the most valuable collection in history. It's going into the Guinness Book of World Records.
God.
And the woman Eileen Wood, who I had the pleasure of meeting, she is amazing. She has actually selected that handbag to carry. So a woman that has a $125,000 Hermes handbag is choosing that to carry. So it's pretty special.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, congratulations, because that is definitely a milestone.
It is. It was very validating. Thank you.
That is amazing. Now, I noticed, too, that you have the print is readable. It is. It looks like it's been stamped on, but yet at the same time, it looks like it's actually part of the hide. So there's print here, and if you spend a little time, I think you could probably figure out what was going on that day. Right. Now, where did these come from? Did you say France?
No, those hides are they're tanned in Europe, but we purchase those domestically. So they're purchased domestically. A lot of our hides are from Florence, that we have a new supplier, and it's pretty exciting because we're getting things that are absolutely unique and limited, and that's what we love. And they know to send us samples of the craziest thing they have.
Okay, just for giggles and spits, how many different leathers do you use?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. We're constantly coming out with new handbags every week, and it's trying to keep up with what the demand is, and people just we have a woman that just bought her 16th handbag. Well, we've got to have many, many different colors and combinations, and that's the most fun thing, is to create these combinations.
It would be fun to have all those 16 purses, but what happens when you run out of that style?
Well, we do different combinations, and we have 2 different sizes right now of our iconic shape handbag. And so this client, for example, has several of each different size based on her needs.
That's awesome. That's just amazing to me. Now that we know that this one with the print is going to go to the museum, next to that one, which do you think is your most valuable?
Our most valuable is the full python right now. We sell that in both the Sofita and the Sophie size, and it's full Everglades pythons. So it's sourced right from the Everglades with Amy Siwi, who is our partner in crime in making these bags. She is a decorated python hunter, and she is out there trying to help in the Everglades and rid the Everglades of this invasive species that is absolutely decimating the small mammal population in the Everglades. And so each one represents that, and it's one of our most popular right now.
I can see why. One of these days, I'd love for you to bring her with you, and let's do an interview with the two of you together.
Oh, absolutely. She's wonderful.
That would be a hoot. I'd love to know how she does that. Now, I noticed that there's some other beautiful colors in here. You have eel, you have ostrich, you have cowhide. These are unbelievable.
Thank you.
Now, I saw one that I wanted really, really bad, and that was your alligator hide. How many purses did you get out of that?
We only got 2 handbags out of that alligator, and it was actually 2 alligators to make the 2 purses because it's challenging based on the pattern. You have to center it. Mm-hmm. And so we just completed those bags, and they're at the photographer right now. So we have 1 Sofita and 1 Sophie.
Do we know how much it's going to cost?
We're at about the $4,000 range for those.
Ouch. I knew I should have asked for that when I had the chance.
It's challenging to find alligators that are in incredible shape, and the hides are graded. And so that was interesting to learn all about it, and then to be able to select the exact alligator hides we wanted to use. I even met with the hunter for that one.
Oh, now there'd be a good one. We could talk about that for a long time. Tell me about the borders and the trims. How do you choose what goes with what?
It's kind of like, remember that commercial, you got your chocolate and my peanut butter? Sometimes it ends up that way, where we're just pulling everything out and everyone gets involved in the building. Even the seamstresses have a say and input. And I learned that always be open to other suggestions with design, and we have fun. And it's interesting. Sometimes there was one bag where our head seamstress, Kathy, who is amazing, accidentally combined 2 leathers that weren't supposed to be combined. Welcome the Bohemian Skull bag we have now.
Which is
one of the best sellers.
It is. It is. It's
we call it the
bag.
Mistake bag, and it is gorgeous. So we're open to everything in the building because that's what makes it so much fun to work there.
I'm trying to convince my niece that she needs one of those because she is one of those. She loves the skull thing. Mm-hmm. So I've been pushing. She needs to get one of those.
And it's on our Labor Day sale right now.
Ooh, I'll have to tell her that. Now, the eel that you have is incredible. Where does that come from?
It comes from Italy.
And it is real eel, just like all the purses are real. They're not synthetically made. These are not vinyl, folks. these are pretty amazing. Some poor animal gave up its life for this handbag. And Greenpeace and PETA are going to beat me up one of these days, but I don't care. They're just going to have to beat me up, I guess.
Well, it's interesting that people don't realize that the cowhides, that there is actually a surplus of cowhides because of the rise of demand in the beef industry right now. So they're actually going into landfills.
Oh, my gosh. Now, that's not good.
No. So, and the eel, it's interesting. People don't realize how durable eel is because it's thin and soft, and it's very lightweight, which makes the handbags very lightweight, but it's fairly durable as long as you take care of it.
It is very durable. I found an eel zipper purse, for lack of a better description, at a garage sale for $2.50. That bag has lasted me 20, 30 years, and it's still no tears.